Yes. One and all.
Surprise.
Good evening for the 28th hour of this marathon session of 2DopeMarks, your home for Golden Girl Wrestling. We're doing it this way because A is Black History Month, and B, we launched into this creator series highlighting Black creators in the space, and it's been absolutely amazing. The response to it, people to and fro have been like, yo, I want to get in, I want to take part, like how can I help? And we appreciate it. We appreciate it so much. It's rare to like just say, hey, we showing love to other people, and other people like, dang, I like the way you do that. Let me see what you can we can do. Follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. New episodes usually drop on Thursdays, 7:15 Eastern. No, sorry, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. On demand on Fridays, so you can wax poetic, listen to us in the car on your way to work. If you are going to the gym, etc., if we happen to make you laugh and you fuck up on your set, that is not our fault. That is called you having composure and basically focusing to get that rep out. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's D to my right. I'm Brando. If you see it, it's gonna be reversed. You know what I'm saying? But we have a special guest in the building. Also, shout out to the 3 prior episodes we've done of this series. Shout out to Math, episode 2. We spotlighted Black wrestling there. Shout out to Fam and Cal. They were the first episode for this series. And last night we spoke to Seahawk. Had our Twitter mentions jumping, things like that, because that's what Cam does. And tonight we are here for episode 4 of our Black Creator series with if he ain't Manny Fresh, if he ain't Beats by the Pound KLC, you know what I'm saying? If he ain't Fiend, if he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Who's the unsung hero Cash Money?
I don't know. You probably go Turk. I don't know. Does that count?
That's a good point. Now, if he ain't BG, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa. You will not do that to BG, sir.
I'm not disrespecting BG. You gotta let me finish here. If we're talking about a gentleman who represents New Orleans, loud, proud, somebody who migrated over to Texas, still doing the damn thing there. He is a marathon podcast host in a sense with Bored and Unsupervised. He does his damn thing with the other Gresh, you know what I'm saying, of Public Enemies, that Gresh, you know what I'm saying. Susio Sports, formerly of Sports Map, but one of the biggest supporters, if you will, in this game. The Jermaine is in the building with us this evening. How are you, my brother?
I appreciate the introduction, man. That was a dope ass introduction. I gotta record that, play that back later.
Yes. He had to wait. Like, what do you mean by calling him BG?
Wait, what'd you say, D?
I said he had to wait till Black History Month to give you that, because you've been on the show before. Like, every February he gonna give you that shit.
Yeah. Now, understand this, because we call Jermaine cousin Jermaine because he is family first and foremost. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Why is Kreme? Sorry, I got distracted because I got somebody text me something about Krispy Kreme giving out 13,000 donuts for Friday 13th, and I'm like,
oh,
yeah,
yo, yeah, I need to look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, that caught me a little off guard. Saying, yeah, caught me a little bit off guard. But we're here with Jermaine, because Jermaine is typically the main person in our comments starting shit in a good way. He is somebody who is not a lurker by any means. He is somebody who extends his hand and is like, I see other Black creators in this space. Boom. Not only am I going to tap in with them, I am going to support full throttle. And my first question to you, Jermaine, is really simple, man. How the hell do you be finding these people to be like, yo, like, I think these my niggas I need to tap in with?
Man, I be scrolling tapping in with people. Like I look and see who other people like might follow or shows that they may be appearing on or people that they may interact with or what have you. Um, People who may comment in certain pods and whatnot, and just kind of like kind of go from there. I always make sure I give a listen and everything too, because like to me, retweeting and stuff like that or comment interacting is some of the little smallest stuff that you can do in order to support somebody. But at the same time, I'm not gonna show that love for just any old body. Like I'm gonna make sure it's something that I would actually listen to and actually interact with, and I actually follow them, listen to them, and support them or whatever. I'm not just gonna blindly do it just cause. So it's really just like just looking out and connecting people, connecting the dots, and seeing who's really worth like supporting and getting behind, who's putting out good quality content.
Shoot, I see you in whether it's black wrestling, whether it's anything on black wrestling for that matter. Our comments, I'll see you on with Gresh. Man, I see you everywhere. You're on everybody. Like you literally are like the connecting force in everybody's like podcasting.
Yeah,
how do you find time to do all that as well as like
when do you sleep? Here's the better question.
Right, that's the
question. I don't, man. Like I've always had a messed up sleep schedule. So like it used to like it was funny because one of my old bosses at Sports Map, like before we changed interfaces, like at the very beginning, we first started like back in 2018, you'd have to email your articles in and everything. And he would emails for me like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, whatever. But he knew I had a full-time job still.
Okay.
Family. So he like, when do you sleep? He was like, because I'll get an email from you at all these different times. He was like, the only time I know for sure when I'm gonna get the email from you is if it's a game recap, because it's due right after the game is over. He was like, outside of that, I may get an email from you at 7 p.m. I may get one at 7 a.m. I may get one at 3 p.m. I may get one at 3 a.m. I don't know. I just figure it out whenever I figure it out.
I mean, you always be on it for the most part because you always sending us the alerts for everything. Like it don't matter if Jalen Hurts got traded or Dak Prescott got kicked out the Cowboys locker room. You be on it like the modern day Adam Schefter.
It's basically setting up the alerts to like be customized to what you really want to hear and who you want to hear from. And you want to make sure you're getting your information from quality sources. That's why I always be on people ask about like making sure you like if you're gonna post something or ask a question or something, like at least do the research. Because the time it took you to post something fake, you could have looked up to see if that was for real or not.
Right.
Big facts. Because again, we both come from I'll say our backgrounds are somewhat similar, right? I got into sports media 4 years ago, still in it, like sort of. Now I'm new in this particular space because I don't know people the same way. D may know somebody, Jermaine may know somebody, but how you move is how you move with integrity, right? So, with that being said, when did you find out that this wrestling shit is like, okay, I need to really like and tap in? Because the common theme we've had so far is family has been the people that bring you into pro wrestling. From me and D, his grandfathers, for Mav, it was cousin, you know what I'm saying? And Seahawk was the same way last night. So how did you come to love pro wrestling?
It was my uncle. Straight up, it was my uncle. And it's crazy because like we really grew up like big bro, little bro, because we're right at like 9-10 years apart. So like when he was watching stuff like that, I started watching, and like my whole family, like even my grandmother, like the women in my family like watch sports and talk shit about sports and stuff. So it's like you're gonna be immersed in sports, food, New Orleans, the culture, South Louisiana, like you're gonna be immersed in that regardless. But it was like specifically with pro wrestling, it was because I was always hanging out with my uncle. and like he have it on and we watch it, and like just like I grew up knowing about sports and wanting to watch sports and stuff, the same thing happened with pro wrestling.
So me and you are not too far apart in age or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Who were some of the favorites you grew up watching?
Like it was like that 80s era.
Okay.
So it was always like, unfortunately, Hulk Hogan, before we found out he was a bitch ass nigga.
Which is a common thread because that was the same way for me.
Ric Flair was like, it was like I always liked the heels. So like I loved Ric Flair. And like seeing Ric Flair with big gold inspired me to get a big gold replica belt. One of the big actual real like heavy like,
the heavy ones, yeah.
Yeah. Just that whole golden era, as they like to call it in the 80s. Dusty Rhodes, the Von Erichs. Like I used to watch like AWA and WCCW back in the day when they would come on in the afternoons on ESPN. And then ESPN Classic started showing it. Like,
yeah.
Like this is back when the cable box had only like 80, 90 something channels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember that stuff. Like I remember one time when we lived in Atlanta for a little while, and on Saturday nights it was like channel like 60 something in Atlanta. Bro, they would show 7 hours straight of pro wrestling. And it was WWF, it was WCW, it was some locals, it was a couple of territories and stuff like that. It was like all kind of like 7 straight hours. And they had this guy and this lady that would be the in studio host for this 7 straight hour marathon of wrestling on Saturday night. And this was like in the early 90s. This was like 90, 91, 92 or whatever. So like it's just I've always been immersed in it, but it really got started with my uncle. And so I used to love that era of wrestling like the most.
Did you ever take a break from it as you got older?
I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. Like when I started having kids, like my son was born 2003. His daughter was born 2006. It was maybe between like 03 and 09 roughly. It was like I was kind of like tapping in, tapping out, but like late 09, buddy of mine that was working at the Houston Chronicle and at the radio station, he was in with some people with WWE, got us some tickets. I take my son to a SmackDown. It was December of that year. I remember it was a SmackDown with Batista and Rey Mysterio doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And he got hooked. And ever since then, like it was right back up with wrestling.
That's dope. Because you see, it's generational. With your kids, they hooked now. Mine are hooked now. I mean, like, I never thought. Did you ever think at this age you'd be still watching wrestling or even covering wrestling?
I thought that I would always watch it. How serious or how deep into it, I didn't think I would be this deep into it still. I thought I would be more casual by now, but I thought I would always watch it. I never thought I'd cover, to be honest. Never. Not one bit. Like I never even like fixed my mind to think about that or nothing like I didn't even realize how real wrestling media and content creating actually was until like within the last few years. That's when I realized like, oh, this is really a thing. But
yeah, everybody can't do it, and you do it pretty well.
Look, I appreciate the thing is like having that experience since like, starting broadcasting and different stuff like that when I started that career and just trying to translate that into wrestling or sports or whatever it is. Like it's a lot of the times you're just telling stories and you're just offering an opinion or whatever it is. And I think that people sometimes get the role of the media, quote unquote, mixed up and messed up, and they don't realize like where you're coming from or what your intentions are. And that's when I think there's that disconnect between the public, especially the commenting public on social media, and what we do as quote unquote media and content creators and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll scroll up and down and see the IWC and think that they think that their perception is just because we cover wrestling or we wrestler content creators, we know what the hell's gonna happen and we're supposed to sell everybody on how we feel. But in reality, we've been watching this shit since diapers damn near, and we done seen what it looks like already. And like I tell B all the time, and I say this on the show all the time, if they surprise me with something different than what I expect or where my brain goes with what makes sense, then they got me. I'm cool with that. I always
Yeah.
love the surprise of wrestling. I do like the storytelling where it may go here, but then it might pivot and go there.
Right. Like perfect example with the Seth Rollins injury angle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling people, and I'm like pulling from like real life resources because um I have a cousin who was in the Air Force, and part of his job in Air Force was physical rehab. And not only was he doing physical rehab, but this dude like tore his knees, ankles, and everything else up playing sports and stuff. So he's had to injury and rehab himself. So I like if I got an injury question or something like that, like I have people like him who have done this before at a pretty high level, that I could go and talk to and ask about it and whatnot. And I'm like doing my background and everything. I'm like, nah, bro, like dude really hurt, like y'all tripping, blah, blah, blah. I got got just like a lot of people did.
Yeah.
And people replied to that tweet and quoted that tweet and was like, they thought that I was just gonna back down. I was like, nah, bro, this is pro wrestling. I got work. Cool. Like
Yeah.
I'm not tripping about that. Like I don't have a problem with admitting that I got work. Like you get stuff right, you get stuff wrong. The beauty about pro wrestling is that it's okay because it's not like this. You're expected to like get work and stuff like that, especially when you're a fan of the business and you're not just this like critic or whatever. You expect to get work. And it's good that they could still work the crowd like that because everybody was caught off guard. It's just that some people were too scared to say, no, he's actually hurt, or yet, nah, I think they're working us. Like on the record, there were some people who are, some people who aren't. I was one of those people who wasn't scared to say, nah, I think he's hurt. So what? I was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. If you wrong, cool.
care.
Ain't no big deal. Shit.
I don't care, bro. I don't care about being wrong. Like that's great.
That's the great thing about storytelling. But I wanted to tap back into the content creation. Me and you met at Mania in Vegas.
Mhm.
Just mingling with the similar circles or whatnot. I know I'll see you in comments and mostly, but who are some of your favorite content creators to watch or listen to?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Um, Black wrestling was like uh actually like to put my full introduction into the whole web of the Black IWC. It was Krista B. Like I first tapped in with something that she was doing, and then that's what led me down this whole rabbit hole, this path. But those wrestling girls are dope. Black wrestling that led me to Black wrestling, which was dope. Which led me to that guy Greg who does Cheap Heat with Peter Rosenberg. Um, I love the stuff that the Ringer does with Kaz and Shoemaker and Brian H. Waters and Ben Cruz. But I really like y'all's show, not just because I'm on y'all's show, but because like I like the way y'all present y'all's content. Like I like people who you gonna be real, but don't be like all extra and fake and fun, like over the top, like being no hot take.
Right.
Like there's sometimes where it's even people that I like watching that I may not really fool with too much because it's like I feel like you going too over the top with it. Like you trying too hard to get elicit a reaction out of people. Like it's become a caricature instead of like your real true personality or whatever. And I like if I feel like that, like I'm just either I'm tapped in or I'm tapped out with it. But I like people who like will Like if you really feel that way, you're gonna stand on business about it too.
Oh, for
So
sure. For sure.
you could feel a different way than I feel, but if you're gonna present me a solid argument and stand on business behind it, okay, cool. But if I push you a little bit and try to like figure out like where you really coming from with this, or where you and you can't really like give me a solid enough answer, then I'm like, nah, I can't rock with that.
See, so me and B, we act like this in regular conversation. He
Facts.
talks about his little reporter talk and all that other shit, and 9 times out of 10, I'm just drinking, talking shit.
This is facts. This is
And
facts.
yeah, and that's, I mean, Jermaine, you see me in real life just drinking, talk shit.
Yes, yes. Big
It
facts.
is literally
Big
our
facts.
dynamic because I approach it as, and I said
Big
this
facts.
often, like I'm not gonna do a pod and nothing like that unless I can be my natural self. And my natural self is to be analytical, is to present things
Thank you.
factual,
Thank
that happen to be factual. And I do
Thank
my best to not let my emotions like get in the way,
Thank
right?
you.
Because having been in this space for a little bit and kind of eyeball what people do with IWC,
Mhm.
man, I feel like people take pro wrestling like they take sports. Like they've literally conflated the two, right? Because
Mhm.
if I were to say that, yes, Jalen Hurts is not the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl, mind you, people brought this up because Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl on Sunday. And they said, hey, is Sam Darnold the worst QB to ever win a Super Bowl? I'm like, Sam Darnold won, see, what 14-3 last year for the Vikings.
Mhm.
Okay. Then he proceeded to go 17-3, 18-3 with the 17-3 because they had the one season. Yeah, 17-3 with the Seahawks. Like it's like the dude may not be elite, but he's solid. He's solid. Meanwhile, I can go look up Super Bowl 35 and watch Trent Dilfer highlights and show you exactly what the fuck it really looked like when you tell me a trash QB won a Super Bowl.
Hey man, like Sam Darnold may have led the league in turnovers, but he was also 67.7 completion percentage too.
Right, he was consistent.
Yeah.
Like
He was
he
consistent.
and like you can like interceptions and turnovers and things like that, like at the quarterback position, of course, like leading the league in a statistic like that is not good. However, when you can make up for it with your play and you have that good of a defense behind you, and
Yeah.
that team loves and believes in him because I can't remember the defender's name, but they were talking about something about Sam Darnold and their play and things like that. And he was like, nah, we don't blame him for nothing because we could have made better plays. We could have done this or we could have done that, like on our side of the ball. So we're not going to put that completely on him because it's a team effort. Everybody could have done something differently and contributed to that win or, turning that loss around, whatever. And the thing is like, yeah, he may have led the league in turnovers during the regular season, but the Seahawks never turned the ball over during the
Or
postseason.
in the playoffs. No, they didn't.
That's when it counts.
Yep.
So
And
you
it's
may
funny.
like it's like the argument that people will in the same breath tell you that the Seahawks won in spite of Sam Darnold, despite the year that he had, passing for over 4,000 yards, 67 completion percentage, 25 touchdowns. They'll point to the turnovers and everything and say they won in spite of him. But then in the same breath, those same people will tell you, well, why isn't Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? When Eli was in the wild card, they just got hot during the playoffs and ended up beating the Patriots twice. Like, but if you look at Eli's career was you take away them 2 Super Bowl runs, and it's like, no.
No.
It is a 50-50 quarterback, dog.
Right. And trust me, this is coming from somebody who literally watched him grow up because I want to say we're in the same class. So
Okay.
like I'm just saying, like I've seen this dude like practice literally in high school, play high school games and stuff. Like I've seen him at Ole Miss. I've seen him play his whole career and everything. Like I'm a fan of his, like that family, whatever. But like let's just be honest, like how can you have that same energy behind saying Sam Darnold is this and that, but then you want to say Eli should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't get it.
I don't either. And I feel the same way about wrestling because I can sit here and say, and not even talk about black wrestlers, just talk about wrestling in general. I could be like, yo, Finn Balor eventually is going to face CM Punk at Elimination Chamber, right? It's going to be a little baby stopgap between him and Roman, and it'd be cool. But then you have people who literally take that statement and be like, oh, so you don't think Finn Balor is main event material? Brother, where the fuck did I say he wasn't?
Exactly. How you making stuff? You pulling something out of nothing.
You pulling something out of nothing. So I ask you this, and this is a great way to tee this up. Have you ever found yourself in a moment where you're like, am I doing this because I love doing this, or am I doing this purely out of habit?
Nah, I've always said the whole thing with pro wrestling was always out of love, and like I said, because it got started with my uncle, and like with him and like my little brother and stuff like that, like people that I've lost along the way, like that's my way of staying in contact with them and still, keeping their legacy alive by doing something that we all love doing together. And so just doing that, like it put me back in touch with that side. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I said in the beginning, I was always going to watch and keep in touch with it. It was just how deep was I going to go? And once I found out, like, wait, I can actually use my media stuff and bring that side to pro wrestling and actually do content and stuff like that, it was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, it was a no brainer for me.
That's dope because as I've been doing it, like he been in media and journalism pretty much most of his life, whereas I just talk shit and not trying to prove nothing, but that's just what I do. And come to find out, me just talking shit is actually correct sometimes. So,
but the thing about it is, when you talk your shit, you know what you're talking about. You're not just
for sure.
pulling stuff out your ass. You know what the hell you're talking about. There's a difference there. Because there's that what I call that barbershop talk where people just make up conspiracy theories and make up talking points and different things like that. Like I don't like to participate in too much stuff like that because it's not based enough in logic for me. It's like I can't ever see that happening. So my brain can't compute to talk about something that I can't see happening.
Right. I've seen those situations. I can give you an example. I know a guy, he kind of told me at one point, kind of off subject, but he was like, yeah, I'm a football insider, this, that. And I'm like, all right, cool. What do you want to tell me? He's like, yeah, we're all aware of who Howie Roseman is, the general manager for the Eagles. Yeah, Howie Roseman's going to leave the Eagles and buy the team. I'm like, yeah, end the conversation. Like, what are we doing? Why? Don't piss me off. Like, for real. Like, Jeff Jarrett style, don't piss me off.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I see it and the parallels I've drawn in between those two worlds, between like sports and pro wrestling, it's always been like, where do you get the source of your material from? And what are you using to back up whatever argument you're presenting? And when people say the ominous they, or I saw this, or I read that, and I'd be like, okay, from where? Who said that? Like, where did you get this information from? And once you start digging and asking questions like that, that's when you get to the root of it. Like, oh, okay, that wasn't a real, like, legit or reliable source, so I can't take you seriously. And it's like, if y'all want to engage in that, that's cool. But don't get mad when I bring logic to the situation and I try to like present like, no, this sounds stupid. Like, if that's what you want to talk about, that's what you into. That's what you into. But if I engage with it and then I realize it's bullshit and I call you on it, don't get mad at me.
I feel you on that one. So you're on, I think it's on what, Tuesday nights with Gresh? Like, how did that interaction, how did that come into play with Gresham?
It was just mutual respect. Like I was again another person that I came across, liked his content and what he put out on his channel and everything, was following, interacting. He started seeing like the stuff that I had been doing. He was like, hey, you want to come on the show? Like I could use a guest host for such and such. And it was just like a one-off. And it was like, hey, you want to come on again? Like I need another. All right, cool. And we just started like chopping it up or whatever. And it was just like, Hey, do you just want to be a co-host? Yeah, cool. All right. Fuck it, let's do it. Like I've always wanted to do something like this. Like, all right, cool. But it was just mutual respect, same love and admiration I give and support I show to everybody. It turned into a conversation, and that's just how I got started.
Yeah, folks don't know this man is on damn near every night. He was on last night. He's on right now. He gonna be on after this. So
Yeah.
tune in for sure.
Again, this is why we ask, when does he sleep? Because brother, mind you, I say this because your 100th episode of Bored and Unsupervised was 4 hours long.
Oh yeah.
You basically said, "Yo, I'm gonna do Godfather 3 plus a little extra."
Like
you went and did the Odyssey for podcasting, dog. What the hell possessed you to throw on the tuxedo shirt that you wore with us? You know what I'm saying, for when we gave out the assies. You know what I'm talking
about? So the tuxedo t-shirt thing got started like long time ago, like before I even got into wrestling content creating and stuff. Like literally just being a fan of Talladega Nights, the movie, and the prayer scene, they saying grace, and he's like, I like my Jesus in a tuxedo t-shirt. Like that's when I was like, bro, tuxedo t-shirts need to make a comeback.
Yes, they do.
And I have them in 3 different colors now, and I plan on getting some more. So I had the black one, the black and white one. I wore that one for Cal's birthday for Black Wrestling one year, and I think I wore that same one for the Assies. I'm not sure. But I have the gray and white one that I wore Mania weekend for Jeff and Dee's wedding when we were in Vegas. And I got a red and white one too. And I have different shoes that I wear with each one.
Is if you need to bang on somebody right quick fast, you know what I'm saying, switch up. I'm saying, hey, we're gonna ride on these fools over here. What was the gangs on Grand Theft Auto? The Ballers and the
It was something. What there wasn't there like a Latino gang that had like a Latino name too?
Yeah, there's some vice lords in there. Yeah, some vice lords in there.
That was like that, man. I think that one was in San Andreas or something. But yeah, man, like it was just funny. They were just something goofy, funny, like it's stuff like that. Like I like to be serious and be factual and logical and stuff like that. But I mean, I got my comedic side too. Like I like to have fun and cut back and be goofy and do stupid shit like that. So it was just one of them stupid things where I was like, nah, we need to bring this back. So I'm definitely in the process of adding some. That's definitely part of adding to my t-shirt collection. Is tuxedo t-shirts, different colors.
All we're saying is
this:
one day Jermaine can be part of grocery families, and the other day you can be part of the Ballers. That's all we're saying.
Exactly. You got to maintain flexibility. And if I put on the fur vest with it, it's a real special occasion, extra special occasion.
Hey yo,
hey, very God dang it.
Hey, you just threw me off with the fur vest.
Very special.
I got a fur vest. Like, what can I say?
Very, very special, man.
I almost brought it to Mania, but it was a little warm.
Okay,
a little.
So.
Actually,
because we have you here.
I already know what's about to happen.
Because we have you here, and it is Mania. TKO has basically turned into Marlo from The Wire and has boxed out everybody on the corners in terms of saying certain bars can't even show WrestleMania. Ticket prices are what ticket prices are. As much as we love WWE and also AEW, TNA, etc., pro wrestling, as you will, we can honestly say that TKO Endeavor is, as one Chad Lamont Butler once said, they are effing up the game and it gets no love because they are literally boxing out fans who don't even want to like pay the exorbitant prices to go to WrestleMania. They can't even watch it in Vegas. Do you think that we're getting to a point where attending a pro wrestling show is going to be for the bourgeoisie? Is going to be for the upper class, if you will?
I think that we're definitely trending to that point, and I'll be honest with you. I know it might upset some people and they may not like it, and I really don't care. But this is business. They're in the business of making money. When I'm sorry, when WWE was owned by Vince, Vince was in the business of making money, but Vince also wanted to make sure things had a certain level of accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as we could say horrible things about Vince McMahon, the person that he was behind the scenes and the booker that he was in front of the camera, um, he was a smart businessman and he knew how to play that balance game between making it accessible and making money. TKO is all about the bottom dollar, and they want to see a certain return on their investment for their product, and so they're going to do what they have to do in order to see that turn of investment on their product. ROIs are real, and people do not invest in businesses in order to have a good time and run them. They invest in businesses because they want to make money. And this is all a part of that scheme. And even though it even boxes people like me out, and even though I may not be their target audience because I'm a person that doesn't always like going to these events unless I'm working it or covering it, I'd rather stay away and watch it somewhere or be in the atmosphere or something like that. But when you start to say venues can't show the event within a certain radius of the event,
right,
that's when it's like, okay, now you overreach. Now you're doing a little bit much because now you can potentially hurt the tourism numbers for that particular city.
Yeah, and Vegas is already going through it right now with tourism because one,
Exactly,
gambling has dwindled because you can do it on your phone now. So we've created more addicts across the world. My apologies, D, to you and your Super Bowl parlay because Drake May got you numbers, but he ain't throw to Stephon Diggs in the second half of that game. It was. So I had to ask you that your perspective on that, Jermaine, because again, we kicked it at a Mania, right? Shout out to Andreas Hale, who had a little kickback at pizza spot in Vegas, which kind of was that version of the Big E brunch.
Right.
Which,
and the crazy part about that was, and I'll admit it now because I've been told afterwards, they was like, why weren't you there? And I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to be there. I thought it was an invite thing. And they was like, no, you was just supposed to come. I was like, well, nobody told me. And I was raised to like, if somebody invites you, go. If you're not invited, don't go. I didn't know it was one of those just show up type of things. So I was just like, hey, I don't want to get there and look like no idiot or nothing. But like, man, I'm so mad I missed out on that because that would have been a real dope experience. And I was looking forward to this coming year being in New Orleans because I was like, this is home turf.
You at the crib,
right,
yeah.
Bro, I had already had planned like to do something like that on my own, and I had the family involved and on board and everything. Right. She went and I didn't know. And then when we met up later that day, she was like, hey, everybody was wondering where you was. I was like, I didn't know.
We was. Yeah,
I didn't know. I'm sitting at the crib chilling. Like at the Airbnb, we chilling. Doing our thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was getting ready to put on a tuxedo T-shirt for the wedding that day. Like that was that Sunday morning.
Yeah, she literally went. I think did she go to the wedding first or came to the thing?
No, she went to the thing first,
and then went to the wedding.
Because when we saw each other at the wedding, that's when she told me, and that's when I was like, oh, that's when I got a couple text messages. I was, hey, nigga, where was you at? I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Who bullied her?
Oh, she did kind of get kidnapped. She said she got kidnapped. Those wrestling girls kidnapped her.
I need you to phrase this better, tee it up, because people be like, "You watch this? Oh, she got kidnapped." Like, whoa! Give the context first.
It was consensual kidnapping. It was consensual kidnapping. My bad. It wasn't like the force kind, like the bad kind that'll get you locked up. It was like it was cool. It was consensual. She had permission.
That is the first time I've ever heard the phrase consensual
kidnapping.
Yeah.
That's my vocabulary.
That's a thing. That's a thing. Like we all have had significant others. We've either been married, have one now, divorced up. Like you know what consensual kidnapping it looks like.
You get okay. Now I get it. So
See,
for those
see.
who are uninitiated, consensual kidnapping means you are taken to an event that you may not be aware of that you're going to, but you show up. But guess what? You there.
Wow.
And you can't go nowhere.
That was a good sound. So let me ask you this: in this upcoming Mania, right? Because there were various activities that we participated in. Do you think that with the question that B just asked you, are we going to get the same attendance in the city versus not? Because you're gonna have those people that still show up and then buy those tickets last minute and wait for them tickets to like prices to drop.
Right. Like I think that we may get decent attendance, but to be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna get the same impact that we had last year. And I'm wondering if the city and the venues may offset the economic impact of not being able to broadcast the event and have watch parties by raising prices on everything.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because you know you're going to get a certain influx of people that's going to come to the city, whether they're going or not, whether they can watch it at a watch party or not. You're going to get, because people are going to want to go to the other events around the city, like the indie stuff and the fan access or whatever the hell they call it this now.
The WWE World thingy.
Right, WWE World.
Yeah.
You're gonna get people who are gonna want to come to the city because of the time of year and the event that's taking place and everything around it.
Right.
But like to have a watch party blackout within a 50-mile radius, like the NFL does that only for home teams.
Right.
If the home game isn't sold out. So it's within an 80-mile radius that you can't watch that game on local television. You can't watch that game at all on television. So, like, why would you do that to a wrestling show, though? That doesn't make sense. Like, you're literally cutting your nose off to spite your face, because if the city does well, you do well.
Right. It's different for me because like you would think that okay, so me being cuz went to go watch it the first night. We watched it in the room a little bit, but then we ended up walking in Top Golf, and Top Golf just had a whole broadcast of it the whole way. Like now you taking money out of the city because you're gonna have people that just want to be there and participate in the WWE World or go to this show or go to that show or whatnot, or just just want to be in the city period and watch it. So now you're gonna be pretty much kind of watching it on your damn phone. If you got the what was it, the $29.99 ESPN package or whatever the fuck. I'm not paying to fly nowhere and paying that much money for a damn hotel and just to sit and watch that bitch on my daggone. No. What are we doing?
Yeah, my thing is like when we did it, we had fun because like I cooked, like we went to the store and I cooked some stuff and like we all just hung out, like had a good time, like bought liquor and we had a really good time and it was cool, but like that was a vibe for me because that's more like my setting. Like I don't want to go to the event. I'd rather watch it at a watch party or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tell people all the time, like, they be like, "Hey, where you watching this at? Where you watching?" I'm at Club 8907.
There you
I'm
go.
watching at Club 8907 because I got all the food, all the liquor. I can cook anything I want to eat, and I got the liquor that I like to drink, and both are unlimited. So where would I watch it anywhere else? Like, I can sit up here and put my feet up with my socks on or off. Or I could like wear my shoes. Whatever the hell I want to do. I could put on a tuxedo t-shirt, just sit in my chair if I want to.
That's gonna be the name of this daggone episode. Tuxedo t-shirts with Jermaine.
I almost wore one. I just wore this one because it was Black History Month.
I feel you. So I gotta ask this question. We asked everybody else this question who's been on the show for Black History Month. Top 5 favorite rap groups of all time.
I'm mad that I read that and knew exactly what she meant when she put the stars. Like it didn't take.
I thought her crazy ass would have said the whole word.
I thought she would too, because normally that's what she does. But it was like
pretty much.
My top 5 rap groups of all time. I'm trying to think of when I commented, because I was in the comments the other day when y'all had did this.
You was.
I said the Hot Boys, and I know I said UGK. Because I'm from down south, so and Outkast. And them 3 right there are like pillars of the South for me when it comes to rap groups. Because they all brought something different. But I also have to
you're on mute, buddy.
I'm on mute.
Nah, I was on mute.
I was about to say, like, look,
I was on mute on purpose.
I made sure
I think I remember his list.
Okay, so I'm gonna put.
One of them was the Hot Boys, though. I didn't know.
It was one with the Hot
Boys, UGK, Outkast. I know
those were 3, and then Wu-Tang was 4.
Wu-Tang for sure, because like I said, like I remember them from jump, and then I'm gonna have to say NWA.
So are you talking about Wu-Tang? Wu-Tang with relationships gold meth, or prior to relationships?
Hey yo, I'm gonna have to go early Wu-Tang, like original Wu-Tang.
Not
like, come on, man. Like, because that, like I said, that's Clifford.
This man
that's
said,
not
I'm not
that's
listening
Clifford.
to raps by I Knocked Down Kelly Rowland in a Mike Todd movie.
Look,
yeah,
that is Clifford. That's not meth. I'm talking about meth right now. I'm not talking about Clifford. But nah, like they and the reason why I say them my 5 is because, like, when I look at the East Coast, I would have to say Wu-Tang. When I look at the West Coast, I would have to say NWA, because they also pioneered certain sounds from those regions. And then just me being from New Orleans, being from the South, like Andre 3000 said that time of the South got something to say. Like, and if you really like be real with it, like once the South really started putting a stamp on the hip hop scene, like those 3 groups were 3 of the ones from those 3 different cities and regions or areas of the South, or whatever, however you want to put it, that like really like, okay, boom, we're gonna put this stamp on the game. Plus, because there are stories that I have to tell about certain concerts that took place over 2 days here, that I'm, like I said, I'm not telling them stories until somebody cut me a check on a podcast. Once I get a check cut, then I'll start talking. Statute of limitations and everything have passed, so I can speak freely about them situations that happen. Yeah, get her merch for sure.
I'm on mute. Buy that shit. I pulled a Brando. Buy that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I gotta get the Russell Uncle shirt.
I got that one already.
I gotta get one. Like I be needing like the 2X or the extra large tall, and like not everybody be having it that fit right. So I be having like to wait and stuff for my size to come in. So
I be doing the YN joint with the little medium, so you can see my heartbeat.
Like, nah, man. Like if I start wearing, like, I'll never forget one time. Somebody at work got me like a large, just because they thought like, well, he's not that big of a guy. Man, I put that shit on, bro, and bruh, you talk about what's funny. See, yeah, everybody got theirs. Like, it's cool to be average size, because you can find clothes and shoes and everything. Like, it's just readily available for y'all. Stop it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Hey, yo. See, this is the shit that we should be all at media in New Orleans doing this upcoming year. Just sitting in one room, just talking shit.
Yeah,
and for me, drinking a little bit.
absolutely.
Bro, it was gonna be like, I promise you, I
Yeah.
had it, and like it was gonna be like bare minimum, like at least just the people that I'm really close with and like rock with like that, because I can't bring them
Yeah,
people to this certain location unless they like I really rock with you like that. But like for
right,
that
right,
group of
right.
people, like it would have been dope because like the fam was like, "Oh hell yeah, bring your people over!" Like, yeah, let's cook and let's do this, da 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 da. Let's do all of that. I bet. Like, D, when I send you this picture, you're gonna realize why I say that.
Oh shit.
Road.
But yeah, man, like we definitely, if we ever do that trip, like that would be.
Money in the bank. Oh,
You already put it down. So real quick. D, since we are talking New Orleans, what is your favorite New Orleans memory?
Ooh. But every time I went,
Of all the times you went, what is your favorite memory?
shit. Hold on now. Let me think. They got a carousel bar in that bitch. I can't remember. It's in the art district. But I sat in the bar, at the bar, not paying attention to I'm not paying attention to that the bitch was spinning like a damn carousel. And
Oh shit!
everybody that know me, know I like to drink bourbon. And that bitch is spinning, and that bitch had every goddamn piece of bourbon. Now that was my favorite memory until I couldn't remember that shit no more. That's my favorite New Orleans memory. I'm not a drunk. I'm just a social drinker. Okay. I'm a bourbon connoisseur.
Like I'm used to, I love to drink.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's my second favorite memory. Yes.
Look, wait a second. Y'all know how she feel about Stone Cold. That's one.
So I gotta tell you the story. So
secondly, Steve is gonna be at Mania from doing meet and greets, and she's thinking about going out there. Just
Lovely gonna pull up just to meet Steve and take her ass back home to North Carolina.
Yeah,
of course.
She gonna have a flight out that morning, and then the flight is gonna bring her home like right back like that night. Like so she ain't even gonna book a hotel.
I gotta tell you the story about this woman meeting Stone.
Yes, we need to hear this one because I've heard about this meeting.
Story time with Coach D. So we're all staying at the WrestleCon Hotel, and she tells me prior to, "Hey, Stone Cold gonna be there." I'm like, "I bet." So we go meet him together. So we're standing in line, but like at WrestleCon, when you have those professional photos, I'm not sure if y'all aware of it, but they pull a lot of these talent from this photographer, this photographer, this photographer. And so mind you, this is Mania when it was only one day. So you got background music, my nigga?
You said story time with Coach D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all he did was just add a little track to it.
Right. So meanwhile, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go stand in line. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go finish meeting the people that I met at WrestleCon, whatever. And so we're sitting there for like at least, Mania started at maybe like 6:30 at that time. We're standing there for at least like 3.5 hours waiting for Stone Cold to get there. And like, mind you, we still gotta go to our rooms, change our clothes so we can go to the Superdome. So we walk up, I'm first. I don't know, was I first? I don't remember. But no, I was second. She was first. And I'm watching her. She's like, yeah, da, 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 da. You know how I love you to talk her shit, whatever. And all of a sudden, it went from to, you ever seen people cry when their lip quiver? And he asked her, like, what are you crying for? And she had no words for the nigga. Right, that's why I couldn't remember. But I was just sitting there watching. I'm like, oh my God, this individual, this young lady right here, who's tough as nails, always talking shit to every single body, for her to go from 10 to 0 real quick.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it was the whole lip quiver cry.
bro. It was she's sitting there trying to smile in the picture with the person trying to take this lip just.
Yeah.
But nah, for real. That's the thing that I love about wrestling too, because we grew up with a lot of these talents. You can cut the music, my nigga.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing I love about wrestling. As we grew up, especially those of us who have watched it as kids, and we moved up into, I'm not going to name my age, but to our ages we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we grew up watching kind of like our heroes, and like Lovely meeting Stone Cold, somebody that she grew up watching. And you go from full age adult to 11-year-old schoolgirl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I was with Scott Hall.
Oh snap! Like I've never been to a WrestleCon or anything like that. Like I think the closest I've ever gotten to meeting some of these people was it was WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, and we were already downtown, like meeting some family to go eat. And so while we was waiting for our table, like we was just walking around or whatever. So I took my son to like walk around and show him some stuff. And we happened to stumble across where they were staying at. And so we ended up meeting like a couple of people or whatever. Oh, now see, that's dope. Oh, and Tanahashi, now that's crazy. But yeah, like, and so we had met a few people, took some pictures or whatever, but they were all pretty nice or whatever. And I'll never forget we met Roman that weekend, like at the little autograph signing thing or whatever, at Access is what it was called back then. And I was like, "Hey, bro, look." He was like something about eating or something, and I was like, "Hey, look, I recommended him a restaurant or something like that." And I always went like, "Hey, bro, did you ever check out that restaurant I recommended to you? And what did you think about it?" You know, but I'll never like one of the ones that I met that's like kind of off the beaten path, or like saw, and we didn't really get to interact with him or take a picture with him, but it was Harley Race.
Okay.
And he was in a walker. And I just remember like some of us were standing there and we saw him exit the hotel or whatever, and like he was waiting for his son or somebody to help him or something like that. And the people called out to him, like we like waved at him. He turned around, he waved back at us or whatever, and then he like kept going with his walker. But like that, like to see him in just in person, like that's fucking Harley Race, dog. Like,
oh yeah,
like that shit was crazy. that shit kind of had me kind of geeked out, just being within a few feet of Harley Race in person.
So I'm gonna ask you and Brando this, but I'm gonna ask you this first and shit, I guess. You know, WrestleMania charges an ass load of money to meet these people or whatever. So I'm gonna ask this question. It's gonna make you think. If you had an unlimited bank account and somebody alive or dead, don't matter who, they said you can meet this one wrestler, who would you meet?
Now, do I have to pay for this?
If you got an unlimited bank account, you doing whatever.
See, I don't know. Still, like I may still not want to pay for it. I don't care if I got an unlimited bank account. Like
you're a cheap ass nigga.
You see how I am. But no, like if I was to really participate, and I would be like, fuck it, I'll just pay whatever just to meet this one person, this one wrestler. Ooh, who would I want to meet? Now, is it just like a meet and greet photo thing, or like we gonna hang out?
You get to shoot the shit.
It's easily Stone Cold. Easily Stone Cold, because we have similar drinking habits. Like I know he drinks a lot of beer, but I know he like whiskey and bourbon too. So it's like,
right.
Okay, cool. You could drink beer. I may drink one or two with you, but then like, let's pull up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's really kick it. Like, it would probably be him or damn, yeah. It would definitely be Stone Cold. No, he's not gonna make me cry. Like, you tripping, because like I've met like sports stars and I've interviewed like really like to give one little story. Like I was baptized by fire my first assignment as an intern, I'm walking across the street for an Astros game, and we realized they traded Pudge Rodriguez. Mind you, this is a Hall of Fame catcher that the Astros just traded, and we just found out about this as we're like checking in with our badges and stuff to Minute Maid Park at the time. So I had to go and like interview the Astros about this because the guy that I was with went interview I can't remember who they was playing that day. That was my first introduction to sports media. Go interview the Astros about their Hall of Fame teammate getting traded.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. B, same question.
All right. If I had to meet one wrestler, dead or alive, DOA? All right. If I had to meet one wrestler, dead or alive, top 5, that's just off one LP. Shout to Jada Kiss. Damn, that's a great question. I would have to meet. I'd probably have to meet Eddie Guerrero. I'd probably meet Eddie Guerrero strictly because he is the bridge for a lot of people in terms of, you know what I'm saying, matching charisma and technical skill.
Yeah, definitely.
I met Booker T. I mean, I've met Booker T, of course. I would have wanted to meet Shawn Michaels, but then I'm like, I don't know how I would have reacted because that was my brother's favorite wrestler, and I'm like, nah,
that's for him.
I need to meet Shawn, right? I do not care if I meet bald heads Wayne. I mean, cool. That's from one, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's gonna be Eddie G, though. It's gonna be Eddie G. I think that Eddie would appreciate like watching how his style became aped by so many different people, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the one. That's the one. Now, Harley Race, that's a we are not a bald shaming podcast. We even though we both have locks, we are a bald shaming. We're not a bald shaming podcast.
Hey, she wanted to defund us, but a bald dude made her cry. Bald dude made your lip quiver cry. Like, come on now. Like, what we really talking about? What we really talking about?
Oh shit. I think the answer.
Meanwhile,
here's criticize. Don't ask me in line for nothing.
That's how she feels about that.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, yo. All right. Before this turns into Jermaine versus Lovely.
Versus Lovely.
Oh, Jermaine, thank you for coming out, man.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Again, you are a cousin. You are extended family. Is there anything you like to plug?
Tune in to Studio Sports in about an hour.
Yeah. He gonna say, look. This man is the Iron Man of podding, man. He gonna take a water break. Coach will give him a lemon or orange. You know what I'm saying? How they be doing in marathons? Give him an orange and some Gatorade.
Yeah, because I just had to. I thought about it. I was like, let me check my notes and make sure I got all my notes correct for the show that's coming up. Like,
is this the first Studio Sports post Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, this is about to be okay. All right, I know what this show about to be then. All right, it's gonna be trade. Trade deadline came and gone. It's gonna be Super Bowl. It's gonna be Jermaine's thoughts on Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny, and it should be a great time. Tune into that 1,000%. 1,000%. Studio Sports, Bored and Unsupervised.
Check out Gresham Unleashed every Tuesday, Studio Sports every Wednesday. I don't know. We may need to do another Bored and Unsupervised version of Studio Sports sometime soon because that's like when I go into Bored and Unsupervised mode, it's anything can happen. Anybody can pop up. Like like you just never know. Just tune in.
That's dope. That's dope. We appreciate you, brother, for doing our Black creators.
Man, I appreciate y'all doing
interviews
this.
for
Y'all highlighting stuff like this is what this kind of community needs, because we need more togetherness, more coming together, more reaching down and pulling somebody else up and helping them along the ladder, whether they climbing above you or beside you. Like, it's about reaching that hand down and helping out the next person, no matter how far they climb, above you, beside you, whatever. Like, just do something nice for somebody and help somebody else out, help them go a little bit further than maybe what you went to help, just further along everything. And just, if we could keep something like that going, then we can build something and create legacies in this industry and whatnot, instead of just trying to be crabs in the bucket and try to be the only one in the room or the only one with the access. Like, why can't everybody have access? Why can't everybody be in the room?
Right, because I don't ever want to be the only person with access in any sort of room whatsoever. Because you know what that means? That means you, me, everybody else, you're gonna be looking around like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Like, yes, am I good enough to be in this room? Absolutely. Am I also gonna be bringing up the names of people who need to be in this room? Absolutely. But you know what's best? Having them in that room with me, and we all do that, and we all getting. So that is 2DopeMarks. Thank you for tuning in. Crazy audience tonight for tonight's episode of our Black Creative Series, man. I didn't know how me and D were like, yo, we recording getting 3 last week, 3 this week, 3 next. Yeah, 15 episodes in the month of February.
Hey, bro, y'all been cranking out some shit, and it's been quality content too. It's not just we doing a bunch of shows, we just want to talk to a bunch of people. No, y'all been doing, it's been like good shit.
Yeah,
every step along the way. So
appreciate that. We
I love the ones y'all have done. I appreciate being a part of this one, and I look forward to the ones y'all gonna do.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Thanks so much. So with that being said, we will kick back. You know what I'm saying? We'll watch Sushio Sports, but also we will be going in with even more of the Black Creator Series next week. We got 2 episodes on that regard, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, and brand new episode of 2DopeMarks at our regularly scheduled time tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. We will definitely be going over why the WWE has a black hoodie budget the size of Onyx in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We will be going over all the newness on NXT, the fact that we're slowly getting somewhere with Elimination Chamber.
Oh shit.
We'll definitely get into AEW, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we did make a promise to ourselves this year. We would not be assholes about that company. They do great work. It's just that there are certain things in that company we don't agree with more often.
Drowning niggas in fish bowls ain't for me. So.
Yeah, we still on that, but we support the blackness.
God damn, man.
We support the blackness. We support Kevin Knight. You know what I'm saying? We support Rick O'Shea. Even though DDM lit into his ass on Black Wrestling last Thursday. The brother said, look, some people thinking they're going to Universal being the top dog, but really they need to be at Raucous.
Hey man, listen, I really don't blame DDM this time. Because like sometimes I'll be like, DDM, like you tripping. But like he called it pretty straight on that one. He wasn't wrong. He was not wrong.
Again,
he wasn't wrong.
As somebody who argued from the side of that was his lived experience, he can speak his truth. There are also times when sometimes you like, God damn, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Yeah,
like
he'd be all right.
Like, are you gonna big up Khan and Loa and the Gates of Agony, aka the Demand? Like, are you gonna big them up? Are we? Also, I think here's the greater part, and I think this works for all parties. Stop asking him about it. Just stop asking about it,
please.
But the thing is as long as these people who get their attention and get that 2 cents in, they're gonna ask because they know it's gonna do numbers.
Fair.
So now, okay, one more question. I thought we was gonna wrap. See, this man Jermaine got me in my brain for a second here. Because you said earlier, and you made a very good point about not being clickbaity and not being bullshitty in terms of how you create your content.
Mm-hmm.
I understand there's a time and place for both. How often have you found yourself even considering like going the opposite way with what you do?
Never.
Okay, perfect. Doing shit with integrity. That's what we talking about. Doing
Never. It never crossed my mind ever, because, and I'll never forget, I had this conversation with a mentor of mine one time before, and I was like, bro, you always so anti this, anti that, da, da, da. I was like, but the thing is, I know you as a person, and I know that's how you truly feel. I was like, some people feel like it may be a shtick or clickbait, but they don't be in the car with you talking to you about different, just life in general. And this is how you generally are all the time. And he said, you know, it may have cost me certain positions or things that I could have done in this industry, but I would rather say and hang my hat on, I was always 100% true to myself and whatever I put out there, as opposed to trying to, you know, dance that dance just because I'm trying to get clicks and views. And he and I always saw eye to eye on that. Like, we didn't see eye to eye on much, but we saw eye to eye on just being true to who we are. And that's why we always clicked and had such a good time together, because we didn't always see things the same way, but we could always talk to each other with respect and agree to disagree and still make good radio.
Right. That's fair. So we're going to end this show on, because Brandon usually said it to me. Watch 2DopeMarks tomorrow, club 6:30 Central Time, club 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about the same shit Jermaine going to be talking about tonight. Join Susio Sports, Bored And UnSupervised tonight, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Central Standard Time. And with all that being said, B, say something nice for the people, big dog.
Oh, it's on me to say something nice to people.
You supposed to have that queued up already.
Oh, I do have it queued up. Don't mind me. Support your homies. Wear their merch. Learn the Negro Leagues. Learn Black history, because it's American history. And also understand this, that almost every single thing you have in your household, from a cell phone to a dishwasher to even your vacuum cleaner maybe, and you step outside and you see a goddamn stoplight, Black people did that. Black people did that. So for that being said, we are out. Me and DOC are tomorrow. Susio Sports is on after this. And one more thing.
Wash your ass.
Ew.